Okay, it claims my connection is not stable. I don't know what's going on. Uh, Either way, this is literally going to be the only ad I'm going to do. I turned it off for the evening, but I was like, might as well do one at the very beginning while I'm setting up like usual so I can get rid of pre-rolls so when people come in and such. So I shall be returning shortly after running a quick ad and we will get started. I think we're just gonna try to get right into it because this is acting all funky today. Just my luck. Just my luck. I want to do something different and everything stops working. Well, either way, welcome everyone. Welcome to something new for me. As I said before, here is our very basic but wonderful tier list. I'll have to explain some stuff, most likely, as I go. But, here's all the wonderful people that have decided to drop their PNGs. Hey, Zooch, how you doing? Okay, everything's good. It is going great, Zooch. It is going great. We're just about to get started here. My bitrate has finally decided it wants to behave, so looks like we're good. I have honestly no idea what was going on just like 30 seconds ago. But, yep, nope. So, officially, I have the Discord ready. It is very bare bones, as I would say, because don't really, I'm not very good with a lot of this shit. I'll add more these coming weeks, but it's started at the very least. I will be putting the link in the chat at the very end of the stream today. But first off, let's just kind of get into the tier list here. Now, obviously, there's a couple of little explanation. Oh yeah, it is going great. The first minute or so was kind of rough, but now it's good. And I've turned off ads also this evening, so we don't have to deal with that pesky shit. So, I believe when I uploaded them, they're basically in alphabetical order. Obviously, in some cases, it's more in the order of what I put it in the name. Like I know Shim here starts with a D in his actual username, but I just say Shim, so that's why he's all the way back here and not up here. So let us kind of get started. Does everything sound good to everyone? Everything look good? Because I think that looks a little small. Wait, you know what? Let me zoom in. I didn't. Wait, oh no, wrong thing. Wrong page. I didn't bother to think of zooming in. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's better. Okay, so put it back on full screen. Nice. That looks beautiful. So, to begin with, we have I. What a great choice to start off with. So, everything's good to me, everything looks good, is good stuff, great to hear. So if anything, I being first gives me the chance to explain something because we're going to put right here specifically, the role I would give to I would be captain of the Illiers. Now, I bet you're wondering, what are the Illiers? Well, the Illiers are what you would call a crack unit of the Winged Hussars, or a unit that is more elite in nature. Quite often, these units either would do sacrificial charges, would skirmish along the lines, quite often the fastest horsemen, or somewhat of the reason I chose this one for I, literally screaming insults at the enemy before the battle. I kid you not, the 100 fastest horsemen in the army would go out in front of the enemy and scream at them obscenities to demoralize them. And I feel like I could do that quite well. So yes, as you can say here, I will be captain of the Illiers. That is a very fitting. Yep, that is very fitting of mine. Okay, so now, most likely, this is going to be a very short stream, not going to lie. I'll probably end up talking a bit more about the Discord and what some things I plan to do afterwards. But I didn't intend to be that long tonight, because I don't think just chatting's really my thing. I haven't really figured out a groove with it yet. So now, we have Chi. Wait, I should probably, real quick. So it's just me doing this, by the way, so be patient with me. Let me do this. Sets to I's link, and after everyone, I'm going to do a shout out. Because why not? It seems like the nice thing to do, especially considering everyone contributed. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So I just gotta make sure I give enough time in between everything so each shout out can go through. So, perfect. First, as we said, we got I, Captain of the Illiers. Now, we'll find Chi's post right here. We have Chi, and she says she seeks to be a great jester. Interesting. Well, I can't do the shout out yet because it won't let me yet. I'll kind of prep it. More like fool, because quite often in the terms of jesters, particularly in this time period, it was someone who would entertain royalty, nobility, usually often a king. Now, one of the most interesting thing is oftentimes the jester or fool was one of the only people that could make fun of the king without fear of death, often referred to as the fool's privilege. Now, in this case, for Chi, I am going to put Chi at camp guard. Now, what I mean by this is camp guard generally refers to the troops left behind to guard the camp, because obviously on a campaign, you need to have a place where your soldiers eat, sleep, prepare, and wind down after the battle. Now, specifically, going off of Chi's jester comment, I feel like Chi would be good on the camp guard, particularly as morale support. So that's what I would leave Chi in charge of. Chi is the chief morale officer. So basically, she's gonna perk everyone up after we go, after we go slay the enemy. She's gonna make it all much nicer when we get back. Now, wait, I think it should go through. There we go. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Now we have a comrade in arms right here. We have Enzo. Now, particularly with Enzo, I've seen this man's tactical speed, if you will, because of our what was it, Company of Heroes collab we had actually not that long ago. And one thing I noticed about Enzo in that case is not only was he tactically cunning, but he was quick and agile. So, in that case, Enzo... Oh, I kind of cut the picture off. I just realized. Well, if you see his post, you'll see him and his full badassery. A lot of the images didn't quite get it right. So, you'll see him and his badassery in the Twitter post. But with Enzo, he'll be captain of the Scouts. Because even though the Winged Hussars were heavy cavalry, they still had scouting duties at times. So shout out to... I need to make sure I spell it right. I know a lot of people have like underscores and shit in their name, and half the time that always messes me up. So 1 second, let me open a new tab, so just in case I'm not looking like a fool by like absolutely...
This is gonna get very dizzy.
Ah! Nope, didn't mean that. Yeah, I was doing it right. Okay, beautiful. What, you're guilty of that? Is that what you're saying, Felix? Absolutely, yep. Like, I understand when people do it. Okay, so... There's the shout out to Enzo. Perfect. Now, we have Griff. I still remember the first time I saw Griff's design here, and it is badass. Like, I really don't know what else I can say. Now, in the case of Griff, though, I kind of thought of something special. Because, in Griff's lore posts and such, he talks about being of nobility. Now, here is a very fun fact about most military units at this time, particularly units such as the Winged Hussars. Most of the men within the unit were nobles. Whether it was young nobles seeking their glory, their fame beyond their family name, or hey, Sarah! Hey, Chief! Wait, I can get that shout out for you real quick. That's much longer than I thought it was. How are you doing, Sarah? What were you doing today? Right? I appreciate you. Wait. Oh my god, I'm like so slow in typing, it is ridiculous. But now, how are you doing today, Sarah? I didn't spell it wrong, right? I have to wait. Welcome to the banner, Real Nemesis 420. Appreciate you stopping. I was drawing while waiting for Leela to wake up. Hey, good stuff. Well, I hope you had a good time doing it. And we'll hope that Leela wakes up soon, right? Okay, I'm getting too many shoutouts today. I need to do this So, there we go. Oh, hello, DBZ Nerd Boy, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome to the banner. Chief, we are doing a tier list for everyone here that has submitted their PNGs. I'm guessing Leela's up. Regarding, I am opening my Discord today. So, as I was saying with Griff, right here, Griff is of nobility. So since he is one of the few here that can substantiate nobility, we will say that Griff here would be my lieutenant. Because family name is just about everything when it comes to military positions at this time. If you are from a well-off noble family and your lineage is, quote, important at the time, you have power. It didn't really matter how good of a leader you were necessarily, though admittedly it helped. But I was on the, Chief, you would be right here. You get to hurl insults at them if you were part of the Illyrs. But no, the fact that Griff substantiates nobility means that he would be my lieutenant, as he is one of the few here that can truly claim that. How am I, Scouts? What do you mean? I got Enzo in Scouts. No, we're talking Scout Cav, Chief. Not snipers. They aren't quite invented yet. But no, Chief, you would go in the Illyrs. Big time. You would definitely go in the Illyrs. Because, once again, you get to, literally, as your job, as your orders will say, insult the enemy. That is literally what the Illyrs do. Okay, I need to make sure I spell Griff. Okay, there we go. Yep, I thought so. I thought it was rather simple. Shout out. Now, the only issue I'm running into is... There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So, we're moving right along a little faster than I thought, but hey. I already knew this was going to be short. I don't think I'm ever really going to be a just chatting type of person until I start doing my history videos. But that's going to take some time. That's going to take a lot of work. Now, the man in chat himself I saw just a little bit ago, Helix. So, in the case of Helix, he mentioned knowing martial arts. Yep, there he is. It is the based man himself. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna be very realistic. I wouldn't really see you in the Illyrs because I don't really see you hurling insults at people, obscenities. I don't see you in the Scouts because combat skills wouldn't be as effective there. Honor Guard wouldn't make sense either because it's not combat related. So, what I think I will do is I will put you in the standard banner, as in the rank and file, but you will be our close quarters instructor. Basically, even though it is martial arts in your case, generally speaking, close quarters sword combat is still essential, even though the winged hussars were not generally dismounted. However, you never know when you may be knocked off your steed or be forced to dismount. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, yes, you do, Helix. Everyone. That's good. you get something like I do here. It's a beautiful piece, I tell you that. And it jiggles. God, I love that it jiggles. I don't know why, but... So... Wait, I didn't, One second. God, I am, like, so mismanaged in my own head. So far it's been a good time, though, so I can't say anything bad. So... shit. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. I probably should get mods at this point. And the shout out. Well, the good thing is I don't need to look for yours because it's already in the chat. Nope, and I just about looked like an idiot by, flip-flopping the caps and the consonants. There we go. So, Helix, train them well. They will need it. Now, we have... So, this is actually... It's kind of cool, because there's about 2 people. I've seen them around before, but I will admit, it's been more like passing. So, him is the name. I'll actually probably need to get on their Twitter to that's Helix's again. Why are you copying Helix's again? Then even the copy paste tool seems to be giving you some favoritism, right, Helix? So I can see that this person is definitely, there's a lot of historical stuff with them. So, based on my limited knowledge and what I've seen them do, I think I am going to put them on the honor guard. Because when it comes to the other roles, I don't really know if they would fit. Stars? Oh my god. I need to watch those movies again, and I need to play some of the older Resident Evils and the remakes. Oh my god, I do remember. Okay, let me see if they have a Twitch channel, because I checked them out once they posted, but I couldn't really find. Okay, so if anything, I'll give their Twitter, because I don't think they have a Twitch, as I see they have a YouTube, but it's like linked real weird, so I'll give their Twitter for them specifically. Oh boy, look who it is, our favorite little sinner emo. Okay, we need to get Emo's post up. I do like Emo's design though. Like, the whole, I need to ask, like, what he's going for and all that, because I kind of don't get it, but I like how it looks, if you know what I mean. So, in case of Emo, as I said, he must be cleansed of his sin in combat. So, I am almost thinking it would probably be a good idea to put him in the standard banner, as I don't feel like him being in the Elirs would be the best option, but many of these other roles would not see combat. So, in this case, his sin shall indeed be cleansed in the fire of war. Okay, let's do his shout-out. Chia. Actually, I've been watching him a decent bit lately because he actually started not that long ago. Oh my god, some of these pics are just cut off real weird, and it's like aggravating. Okay, well you can't see his face, but you'll see it in his post if you check his post out. Kuhai, who also actually started not that long ago. And it's cool seeing, like, especially like with Emo and Kuhai, about like the newer people that have kind of come into the community, both into my community as well as other communities I've been in, and the VTuber community as a whole. And it's really cool to see how they've gone. So, already, just looking at Kuhai, all what I know about Kuhai, I don't think with scouts would be good, because look at that sword, come on. Come on, you have to be in some sort of combative position. So in that case, that leaves the standard banner or the leaders. In this case, I am confident that I feel like he could be in the leaders, in his case, because his sword would be more closely to, even though it's still well beyond proportion, to a claymore. So, even though I is in the Illyrs due to her, due to the probably creativity of the insults and demoralizing things she could come up with, in this case we will put Kuhai in as a weapons expert in the Illyrs, and to the point is given his style of weaponry, he couldn't easily teach the other Hussars, such as you would be able to with sword techniques. Simply built different, right, Alex? But no, like literally immediately when I thought of this and I knew about this group, once I submitted her PNG, I was like, I know right where I's going. I know right where she's going. Oh my god. Sometimes it's just little things like that, you know? Okay, so let's give Kuhai a shot. I enjoy the hell out of Kuhai. I see him in 2 or 3 no, yeah, no, at least 2. At least 2 different chats that I'm in quite regularly. It's always nice. It's always nice to see him. So, Kuhai. There we go, beautiful. Yeah, that's the right one, right? I don't want to accidentally. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's the right. Now we got good old Len. Okay, let's find Len's post so you can. Basically, at this point, I'm like giving people both Twitter and Twitch, which is kind of nice. I like doing stuff like that. Oh, hey, Len's live right now. I must have missed what he was doing. So even though I know you're here, you should go check out Len too, because as it says he's live right now. So, Len. Now, I'm gonna be very honest with you. If we had little Len, you know, his PNG, or no, a couple of his PNGs, if we had little Len, this would have gone very differently. I probably would have been like, I gotta put him at camp guard. Right? I didn't even notice he was going live. Like I said, I must have missed. I've been like out of it these past couple of days trying to wrap my head around Discord, so I think that's part of the reason why. Heck, if anything, they give me someone to raid or whatever if he's still live. But either way, okay. So had it been Baby Len, as I so many people have said it at this point, I've like caught on to it. But had it been Little Len, I probably would have rated it very differently. I probably would have said Camp Guard, because I wouldn't want Little Len to get hurt. Because I do like Len's PNGs, so it's like, it's funny with how Len X versus the PNG, and I love it, like the difference of it. But in this case, I think I'm going to put Len in the standard banner with you, Helix, and I'm going to have Len be the standard bearer, basically saying he will carry the banner into battle for us. So Len, we're basically saying, he's moved on up. He has the honor of carrying the banner into battle with us. Did you hear that, Len? He's not here, obviously, just because he's streaming. But psychologically, did you hear that? Okay, so I think he's probably going to see this when I do this. If anything. Does he have an underscore? I always forget if everyone has a underscore or what. Nope, it was just, okay, there we go. I'd slash Len Flair instead of the shout-out command. There we go, there's a go, shout out for Len. Now, we have Assistant Quail, or as I just say, Quail. Once again, that's why she's all the way down at this end versus in the ace. Now, Quail, as her name implies, is very thrifty, Assistant Quail. She knows what she's doing. I'm actually getting art done by Quail right now, because... Hey, okay. The reason why, see, yep, there he comes in, he's like, standard. Yup, indeed, Quail. I love Quail so much. She's great. No, what I mean by standard is here's the thing. I can't see you being crazy, because the layers are elite upon elite upon elite. You're either slinging insults at them, you're either super strong. Kuhai, I said, was a weapon expert because of his type of weaponry here. Well, in your case, as me and you have agreed on, as we have said, you must cleanse your sin in the blood of war. And guess what? The standard banner is where you're going to see it, my friend. But, so let's get Quail's post. But no, I'm actually getting art from Quail right now, and it is coming together so good, and I love it. I love Quail's style. And what's funny enough is, okay, so like, technically, Quail is the first artist for getting, oh my god, my tracking keeps dying on me. Quail is the first artist I've commissioned for pieces like that, because technically it's between Quail and someone else named Kua Go, who I got my emotes and alerts from. But Quail's first one I've ever commissioned an art piece, it's like a illustration for him. And then Kua is the first person I've got emotes and such from. Hello, Griff. As I said, Griff, you are the only one of us that can, I would truly say, substantiate nobility. And as we are an organization of noble fraternity, that is essential. So, you are the lieutenant. Oh, Quail is really, really nice and all that. It is, and very accommodating too. So, in the case of Quail, I would like to put Quail in the camp guard position because, obviously with camp guard, everything's more diverse. As we said with Chi earlier, I would like Chi to be a morale officer, basically. She is the one that is going to make sure everyone, has a way to come back from the battle and not be completely depressed. Because, for obvious reasons, it's not a fun time afterwards. But in the case of Quail, I feel, would be our administrator. So Quail would be the one to handle, to make sure that we have our proper supplies, that the guard rotations are set, that our weaponry is taken care of. I feel like Quail would be a proper administrator. And time for the shout out for Quail. But no, ever since I did commission Quail, like she's given me several updates, and it looks great, and I love it so much. It still might take a while, because I know, like, literally, I always assume that it's going to take extra time for stuff I want because of, design complexity. So I'm always a very patient person. And generally speaking, I always have to assume that there's going to be extra costs because, look at all this. There's a lot of people that don't want to do armor. So the ones that do, it's generally a little bit more. But, hey, I'm fine with that. I chose this, so. Now, we have Sero. Sero the librarian. Okay, let's get Sero's post. And as we have seen, Sero has been here in the chat today. Ah, there we go. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Sero. And yep, there's a... this is about... So I probably didn't explain it that well to begin with. My apologies on that. Today I'm officially opening my Discord server. And, because of that, I have decided to do a tier list regarding positions in the banner. Because the Winged Hussars were formed under a unit called the Banner. Usually, it necessarily wouldn't include these bottom two, but since this is a tier list, and since I also go into a bit of the mystic, look at me. I don't think I look like, your average dude here. So, there's definitely a bit of the mystic here. Thank you for the hydrate as well. But yeah, I just decided I wanted to do a tier list about positions. And thank you for the wait, my thing isn't working. It's not going back. Sometimes the toggles can be a little annoying. My tracking is going nuts today for whatever reason. But, yes, that's basically it. What the role would be in the banner. Sero having that commitment, I see. But yeah, it was just something I wanted to do before I opened the Discord server. Just something fun. I'm kind of finding out just chatting feels weird to me, but it's fun. I'm enjoying myself already. Now, Sero. I've already done Sero's post right there. Now, being, as the name implies, Sero the librarian, you're gonna drown me, right? Being the name implies Sero the librarian, the first thing I thought of would be, in our quest for glory, do we not need someone to record? Should our glory be only in the moment, or should it be for future generations? So, in line with her name, we're going to put Sero in the honor guard as our chronicler. So Sero will be in charge of recording the battles the victories, and the glory that we seek along the way. Now, oh my god, I need to stretch a little bit. But yes, Sarah, you will keep track of our glory along the way. I respect it. I respect it. And now we have good old Shady. It was funny when Shady put a thing for the list. I was like, I feel like I know exactly where this Shady needs to go as well. Kind of going along based on the. Let's just say Shady is like a master of like gaslighting. And I feel like, you know, if you can gaslight the hell out of the enemy on the front lines to make them believe that they should leave, you know, it makes sense. So with Shady is going to be in the Illyrs. Because I feel like Shady could somehow convince the bastards on the other side of the field that it's better for them to go home, even if they outnumber 2-1 or 3-1. He was gaslighting you yesterday in Overwatch. Yeah, no, that sounds accurate. Given especially given how I've seen him and Leela, how I've seen Shady and Leela, like, that is like peak right there. I've only seen with you and Shady a few times, but like with Shady and Leela, though, holy cow, that gets intense, and it's hilarious. Okay, we're getting to the very end here, so yeah, this is probably be about an hour, like I expected it to be. We have Shim, our fighting master here. Now, in this case, oh yeah, absolutely. They go at it. Hey, just meme and be keyword quote wholesome. I see, I got it. Oh my god. I'll prepare the eulogy still, Sarah. I've got you. I'll make sure it's well written. Oh, but either way, Shim here. So, with Shim, I actually kind of had a difficult time legal reasons of wholesome. I don't think that's gonna hold up in court, Sarah. I don't think that's gonna hold up in court. I'm no lawyer, but legality-wise, I think we're stretching it a bit. But anyway, with Shim, I kind of wasn't sure, because with Shim, like, look at him. Look at Shim. That's just power. Pure power right there. Especially considering what I've seen Shim do on some of the games he's played. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to cross paths with Shim. No, absolutely not. So, in this case, I am debating on whether I should put Shim in the Illyrs in the sense of not because he's going to either be creatively insultive like I, or able to gaslight the hell out of the enemy, but maybe in a sense like Kuhai as a specialist. Because I feel like Shim is the one where you send one guy out, like a David and Goliath thing, and Shim just blows through them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm going to go with that. Because I truly could feel like Shim could be that. Could be our ace in the hole, if you will. Now, finally, wait, did I do Shim's post? No, I didn't do, wait, oh, I need to give Shady shout out as well. I'm being rude. So, slash shout out. Shady. There we go. I knew it was a V and not an A. I almost messed myself up there. There we go. What? Oh, it didn't go right. Shit. Shout out. There we go. So we can put Shim's post in real quick while we're waiting. And there it is, Shim's post. But yeah, no, I feel like Shim is going to be that like ace in the hole and all that. And I know I'll probably end up shouting out Sarah in a second again, as I shouted out Sarah when she raided. But I just kind of realized I didn't shout out Sarah when I did it, so I'll get Sarah right after Shim. It was Shim, yeah. Shim's literally going to be the ace in the hole. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Okay, now I can do the shout out for Shim. I always forget his numbers, because I know he's got numbers in his name. Okay, there we go. Like, whenever someone has, like, numbers in their name, I always forget that. There we go. Can never discount the Tekken Pro himself. Facts. Damn it! Oh, God, I'm really killing myself on the shoutouts, aren't I? Okay, so it's ready. It is ready for him when we get there. But now we are on to our last person of the day. So ultimately, I'm actually surprised. Like, there's a lot more people than I thought were going to originally answer the call, if you will. But then again, like, I think that just goes with my mentality of, like, I always assume that, like, I'm going to be here alone. And it's like, if someone shows up, it's that much better. You know what I mean? Because I know there's a lot of people that, like, get upset when people don't come by. And I'm always just like, it's great when people do stop by, but if not, I'm still enjoying the hell out of my time. Like, why let myself get bummed out when I'm trying to do this to have a good time? You know what I mean? And then most likely I'll get Sarah at the end, particularly also because Sarah rated me earlier. But I need to make sure to be fair in this aspect. Okay, so finally we have Shinigami Ryan. Now I have seen them around a little bit. They've been following me for a while, and they submitted the post. And I think that's another neat thing about my time in the community is there's plenty of people that even if I haven't interacted with them, I recognize them to a point. So, just kind of going off of the image, because I've looked at some of their stuff they've done and all that, I feel like they would be good in the Scouts. Now, that, among all these other ones, this is actually much more of a gut feeling, I would say. I just feel like they would do rather well in the Scouts. I don't know why, though. It could be kind of like him down here, where I saw a lot of historical context to the profile. So maybe that's why. So, time for the shut-up. And then we will kind of discuss the stuff with the Discord a little bit. Ah! I didn't mute it in time. Close the tab. There we go. Yeah, I probably should, like, find someone to be mods or something, because I'm, like, super slow at all this shit. Okay, so, as you can see, that was everyone. So, in reality, I know this might seem kind of weird, considering how a lot of people don't really know about, like, the history of the SARS, and I probably did a terrible job of explaining it. But ultimately, the Army grows by the day. I'm all for it. Yes, Zooch, I love to hear it. And no, especially these past couple of months, like, holy shit. There's been a lot more people that have come in, and even, one of the most interesting things is probably less about, like, the number of people that have come, like, followed, more that there's a ton of people that have started to chatting quite often, and it's really great. Hey, Sam! How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Up to the next time the opportunity rises? Absolutely, Zooch. Well, I would say, let me think. Because I already did say to people, even if I don't have your PNG, I can try. Cause I've been to your streams a couple of different times. I think it might have been a while though. So like said, a lot of times I just get so busy at stuff. Admittedly, I remember you were playing Rocket League one time. I don't. What was it? Chilling and vibing, Sim. Oh, that's good. That's good. Maybe. At this moment, Zooch, maybe I could say Camp Guard. I would have to think of a more particular role for you. Because I know in particular, just about like 90% of the people on this list, I see a lot. I interact with like a lot. Some of them almost daily. So I will admit, I've been by quite a few times, but I haven't like seen you as much as many of these other people. Yep, the car soccer game. Yep, that one is Rocket League, Sarah. So I will admit, I would need to figure that out a bit more. But I wouldn't be a good commander if I didn't. So for right now, Zooch, I would say Camp Guard. Because that, for whatever reason, that feels like it could be suited in the fact of you're in charge of protecting essential supplies. You were terrible, Sarah. Everyone has their games. Now, kind of, probably before, because I know Len, get the camp, baby. I might just raise Len, because I did see he was online, because why not? But, now, kind of discussing about the Discord. So, probably right before I, raid Len, I probably should check that he's still live before I assume I'm going to raid him and such, you know what I mean? But before I do all that fun stuff, what I'm probably going to do right now is with the Discord, I'll be very honest with you, it is very bare bones. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with 90% of the stuff. Like, I kid you not, I spent like 4.5 days just like reading over the stuff with the bot. And I think a lot of it is more just like, I don't learn as fast as I used to because of, you get hit in the head so many times. And it's like, yeah, you're not as quick as you used to be. Yeah, I did the shadow thing. Oh, I still, one second, before I forget, because I will forget. I owe So, I did it for the raid, but I also had to do it for the submission. Only fair. Only fair. There's two separate events, so I'm still gonna do it because I feel like that's fair. But yeah, it's very bare bones. Hopefully the permissions work. I know for a fact that this week I've got like 3 or 4 things I want to add over the course of the week, but I wanted to get the basics down when I first started. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is right before I finish here, I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat, and because I have the Discord command actually set up finally. And then I am going to make a post on Twitter with the link. And I think I'm going to kind of go from there. But yeah, for right now, it is kind of bare bones. It's got your usual general chat and your usual general voice and such. But I also have kind of done it in a sense of I want to add a lot of things, but I also want to cut down on clutter. So, in the sense of, like, I know a lot of people in their servers have stuff like, fellow streamer roles and such. I've done something like that where it's like, okay, if you have this role, only this role can see these rooms. So I can have a ton of stuff, but it's not all clogged up, if you know what I mean. But obviously, being very new to all this, I am still figuring it out. So, be patient with me. I promise I'll figure it out at some point, most likely. Or at the very least, I have a couple of people that can help me a little bit more, because I did have to ask a couple of questions to figure out what I did get. So, kind of perfect timing, right about the hour mark. I am going to create that link. Well, actually, I did create the link. I'm pretty sure it was just Creation Discord. There we go. So, if you would like, there is the link to the Discord. I probably should test it myself to make sure it works as well. Okay, there we go. It works. It could tell when running your server is difficult, especially, yep, absolutely. Oh, especially when you're like caveman brain with computers and such as I am. I definitely feel it. I just want to make something nice. You know what I mean? I'm already trying to catch up when it comes to emotes, illustrations, having some nice things to make everything look a bit more professional. So I'm not in a rush. I just want things to look nice, have a little bit more professionalism to it, and have a nice place to go, pretty much. But either way, I'm going to go check to see if Len is still alive. Because why not? Okay, Len is indeed still alive. Well, Len's only been alive like an hour, so still pretty good, still pretty good. Okay. Anytime, Shim. Always a pleasure, always a pleasure. So, let us set up that raid. And hopefully, I feel like this went better than I expected, because I think I'm just not used to just chatting. That my longest just chatting was when I did a 20-minute Christmas stream, during Christmas time, obviously. And this is already 3 times longer than that. So I think eventually I feel like I can get used to it, because I do want to do more besides just playing games and such. And already I want to make a few history videos, but that'll probably be like YouTube versus Twitch, because it'll be a lot better in that format to make it a video. So, if you would like, there is the raid command, the raid message. Once again, emotes it's probably going to be another month or two until the emotes are done, because once again, complexity and all that fun stuff. But either way, I anticipated that. Okay, raid is ready. Message in chat. Once again, I would like to say thank you to everyone that came on today. I will be posting this tier list on Twitter. Obviously, people would probably need some explanation if they don't need it, but we'll see. We'll see. I could probably explain to people a bit. So, as always, to have you here, the honor is mine. Take care, everyone.